Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Taruri Gatere and I'm so excited to have you here. Today I'm going to be sharing my current morning routine with you. This is a routine that I've developed over time, and the reason why I developed this routine in the first place is because I noticed that when I have a routine in place, I actually feel more productive. I'm able to do things in a more focused way. It feels good to have a certain way of doing things every day, even though some things may differ. It's not exactly the same thing every day. So I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope it inspires you in some way to create a routine of your own. It's actually a really nice way of getting more out of your day. So here I am waking up. It's about 4 a.m. in the morning and this is my usual hours. I'm usually up by 4:30. The light is so bright. Hi guys! And as you can tell, I don't sleep with a pillow. It's just better for my neck that way. And the very first thing that I do every single morning is hydrate. I just feel like it's a beautiful way to wake my body up, and since I work out almost every morning, it's also a really good way to make sure that my cells and my entire body are hydrated before the workout. I do probably somewhere between half a liter to 1 liter right before, like every morning before I work out, and then I drink lots more during the day. There I am finishing it up. And then after that, the very first meditation that I do is what I call an observation meditation, and that's basically when I sit in silence, no music, no guided anything. I'm just sitting and observing whatever is going on within my body. I feel into my senses, so even my thoughts, like what my mind is thinking, I just observe it without trying to get involved. And I also notice the noises around me, and also just like my skin, how it feels. Like it's literally just sitting and observing my body. I learned this meditation when I was doing, I'd learned it before, but I really got into it when I did Vipassana, and that is a 10-day silent meditation retreat, and basically this is all you do most of the day, which is just sit and observe your body. It is a beautiful way of, like, what it does is it allows you the space between you and your thoughts, and you realize that you're not your thoughts, you're just the observer of your thoughts, and that creates mental freedom, to be honest. And so that's how I just like to start my day every single day, is just sitting and observing. I do this anywhere between 10 to 30 minutes depending on how I am feeling. Some days I'm too restless to do a whole 30 minutes, and some days I need a little more to get still. And so this particular day I did it for about 25 minutes. And next up on this day, I did some EFT tapping, and this is basically a way to release any mental blocks or barriers that you need to. And with this particular one, I was doing one to release any limiting beliefs from your DNA and your cells. It's a really powerful thing. I urge you to look into it because it seems simple and kind of ridiculous. You can see I'm just like tapping on certain points of my body, but this is actually a very life-changing thing to do. And the words that you say, as you can see me mouthing some stuff there, it's powerful. Try it out. And I got out of bed after the tapping, and then I'm putting on shorts. Do not judge my curtains. I don't have them currently with me, so I'm using this makeshift thing. I left my curtains back in Nakuru, but this is how, when I just open the windows, because I love to have that burst of fresh air in the morning. Yeah, it just gives me energy. And then here I am making the bed. Now, something interesting about making the bed is it's actually become a really important part of my life. And that's because there was a time when I was depressed and I could hardly get out of bed. And so I'd leave the bed unmade if I did get out of it. And as a way of motivating myself and trying to get out of that depression, I promised myself that I would make the bed every day, that I would get up and get out of bed and make it every day. That way I'm not drawn to go back into it and back into that sad place, and I have to get up and do productive things during the day. So that's why it's an important part of my day, and I do that every single day. And here I'm setting up my blanket for the next meditation that you will see. I know I do many meditations. And the next thing that I do is I just journal. I write down my thoughts, affirmations, anything that has come to me so far, or even sometimes I do a to-do list for the day just to gather my thoughts and make my intentions clear for what the day is. It's a beautiful way to get organized, and this is actually recent. I am not a to-do list person. And the next thing I do is pray. I give thanks to Source for everything that I have, and I put forth my requests or anything that's weighing on my mind. I just talk to Source and I let it go. And then after that, I usually do another meditation. And this particular day, it was a guided meditation by Wayne Dyer called the I Am Meditation. It's beautiful. You can find it on YouTube, search for it. And then, yes, it's time to work out. And currently I'm doing Focus T25, which is a beast, 25 minutes, and I am dead at the end of it. And as you can tell, this is now the cool down period. Yeah, you can see how the sweat is glistening. Like my clothes are usually drenched by the time that I am done, but it energizes me. It's the perfect short workout, and I love it because it's so effective. If you're looking for something, T25. So here I am. Not every day do I do this, but a lot of times I'll do like a face thing, just to take care of my skin. And this particular one is a bentonite clay mask by Mugsy's Naturals. I hope I'm saying that correctly, but I find it so good for my skin. It's perfect. It cleanses it, and I feel so great afterwards, and it really smoothened my skin. So I do this once a week, and this just happened to land on the day that I do. Yes, there I am, looking all scary. My friend calls me a sangoma when I widen my eyes like that. And then as I was waiting for the mask to dry, I was listening to an audiobook. This particular one is Synchro Destiny by Deepak Chopra. Again, this is another thing I recommend. It's wonderful. And now it's time to do dry brushing. I don't know if I've mentioned that I do this before. It's a wonderful way it helps with exfoliating the skin. It helps with draining your lymphatic system. It's just a beautiful way to take care of your skin and right underneath it. So I do this every single day, or every day that I can. Some days I forget. But yeah, I've grown to really love this practice. It's one of my self-care practices, and there's something about it. I feel like it is toning and tightening my skin, but at the same time there's something so relaxing about doing this every day. It's just like a little spa moment for me, kind of like a scrub, but not quite. Yeah. And that brush, you can find it anywhere. I found it in Ibrahim's in town on my avenue, and I don't think it was that expensive. I got it years ago, but it wasn't that expensive, and there I am with my butt. But yeah, just making sure to work in the direction heading to your heart, and doing it vigorously enough that it's nice, but then not too much. And yes, there I am, topless, because I cannot leave any part of my body out. I have to do it everywhere, and it's so relaxing. Guys, try it. This is another thing I like to do with my bath water. I like to cut up pieces of aloe vera and put it in there and just let it soak for a while. My mom taught me this, and I don't know, maybe it's not true, but for me it feels really good. It moisturizes my skin. Yeah, so here I am putting coconut oil on my face. I use virgin coconut oil everywhere, my face, my body, and my hair. I like it because it's light enough that it doesn't block my pores, it doesn't feel too heavy or sticky, and I can just put it everywhere. Like you can see even there on my hair, head to toe, coconut oil. I love it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm sorry for the dark bits and not so good lighting. It's hard to light when it's dark. Does that even make sense? Anyway, yeah, so that's basically what I do most days. Yeah, I'm gonna go get breakfast. I am starving. So I will see you in the next video, and whatever you're doing, wherever you are, I am sending you so much love. Bye.